What's going on YouTube? Trailer Life here one more time, guys. Guys and gals and girls and guys. Yeah. You know, the shenanigans has begun. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This stuff be looking like somebody intentionally do this stuff. I don't think this, like, how do that happen? Did somebody, was this somebody in a warehouse and the guy on the top floor said, oh no, I dropped the stone and it went through the roof? That's too much. I can't, that's just too much. It didn't rain inside of the box. You know, man, it's like some of this stuff, guys, I can't even understand. Like, I'm trying to really understand. I really genuinely trying to understand how this stuff happens. I really don't. I don't think people that do it understand how it happens. I don't know how this stuff end up like it do, but it do. It just do. It do what it does because that's what it does because that's what it do. And what is that down there? Was that a duck? You see, guys, see that? Look at this. What's that like let me see. Let me check. Zoom in. You see that right there on top of the chassis right there? What is that? Like a metal duck? It looks like a metal duck over there. But if it is a metal duck, why is it over here? You know, guys, let me go see something. You know, I'm curious. You know, hold on. This ain't no metal duck. Oh, man, they got me, man. You mother cluckers, you son buckers. I stepped in a turd grenade. God dog it. Man, it got me. Oh, man. Son of a biscuit eater. Man, you gotta watch your feet, man. That doggone metal duck got me. You set me up. Anyway, look. Right here. Oh, it's from over there like something sitting up here, but it's not. It's just this. It's supposed to be a. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it, man. It's supposed to be a pin right there. It's supposed to be a pin. You gotta watch your feet, man. Freaking guys. Had to take a major. What the heck was that? Man, I took a major dump, man. I stepped all in that crap, man. You know, I had a good streak going too. You know, I ain't stepped on none in a while. My statics to the video. I know you guys probably seen me back into the places 1,000 times by now if you've been following me a while. But I got some new subscribers on the channel, so I just wanna, you know, add some more statics to the whole joint. You know what I'm talking about? Where could the dock be? Where could the dock be? I always get stuck. It's like a little dip over here. My dry tires get stuck on sometimes. I gotta make sure I don't go to that dip this time. Find some more curve, a little bit more. Turn, trailer, turn. Turn, trailer, turn. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There go that dip, I felt it. Felt the dip. I ain't get stuck today, buddy. Yeah. But the trucking industry jacked up by itself because I call this like an opportunist. This industry is like an opportunist industry, like anything else, but with trucking it's more volatile opportunists. They look like sheep, but they wolves. Everybody trying to get over on each other. Everybody. You got the driver trying to screw over the company. You got, not all the drivers, not all companies either, but I'm talking about like as a, I would say most, but I would say a lot of people in this industry are opportunists. You got people out there trying to reach your hand in your pocket to get your money, your dough. So it's kind of, this business is one of the businesses where it's like I call this like a magician business. Now guys, I'm not complaining. I'm just giving real talk. I get a lot of emails and people I talk to that say, well, I want to become an owner operator. I remember this one guy in particular, I ain't gonna say his name on here. I don't know, shout out to you though, for even talking to me about it. Because most people wouldn't say nothing about it, kept it to themselves. But anyway, he was like, he's doing $1,800 a week to $2,200, $2,400 a week. Bring home to his pocket as a company driver, right? As a company driver, not owner operator. And he was like, hey, I'm thinking about becoming an owner operator. And I was like, what'd you tell me you bring home again? And he told me. And I said, okay, what's the reason for being a owner operator? What's the reason for it? And he was like, well, I want to make more money. I'm like, what, you struggling now or something? That's pretty good money. But I never had a company driver position that paid nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. Now, if he was lying, I don't know. I'm not finna go in my man's pocket and say, hey, show me the stubs. But I'm just going off of what you're telling me and what's going on out here, what I see in the industry. And I've seen a couple companies over the years that actually paid close to that. That's company drivers, but I never worked for them. I knew people that worked for these companies, and those companies was a small niche company where you got to know some people to get into them companies. Like, if you ain't know nobody, you want to get in. You ain't see they companies on, they ads on Craigslist. Them wasn't that type of company, but anyway, I digress. So I said, you got a position like that and you want to make more money. I said, how much more money you want to make? He said, I own operators over here making about $5,000 to $7,000 a week. I said, okay. That on surface, that looks good. And I'm gonna get to this in a minute. On the surface, that looks amazing. His company driver position right now, job that he got right now, is actually pretty cool. He was one of them companies where they don't trip about you taking days off as long as you take too many, and as long as you communicate with them. And you make a decent money like that. Now, the only downside is they deal with like the side of area that I don't like too much. The 20s and 40s. They deal with them. But other than that, if everything go right, you getting your, at minimum, you getting your $1,600 a week as a company driver. I said, what's your plan? What do you got? Well, I asked him what was his plan. We went to talking or whatever. And he's telling me his plan. I'm like, man, that plan don't sound too good for the risk you're willing to take for them extra couple thousand you make. Even though he was an owner operator before, but it didn't work out, he became a company driver again. Now he's back on the operator. And well, he's still a company driver now, but he want to become an owner operator. I told him, I said, hey, bro, to be honest with you, man, I wouldn't make a move. Not with that plan you got. All you just want to make more money. I said, well, you can't manage the money you got now. What means you gonna manage more money you make? And then when more money you make, here's the thing that trick a lot of people. This ain't even a rant video. This is just people out there. If you want to become an owner operator, or get a trucking company or whatever, you got to know these things. You got to know these things. The profit margins are not that big in trucking. I think people see the big numbers. When they do make big numbers, they believe that that's the money that's yours. They're not factoring in taxes, health insurance, especially if you're on self-employed, everything. They not factoring in breakdowns and drivers leaving your truck somewhere or stealing your fuel or man, you name the expenses that can come in this business. I can name it down, itemize it down by down, because I've been dealing with them. Only one I ain't dealt with was the drivers, because I told you I don't want to babysit no wrong people. But by me making it this far, I tell anybody, it's by the grace of God, because it's been some real close encounters out here with your boy. One more, he goes a still story real quick, and I'm gonna end this video, guys. I remember I was running bailed cardboard. You know how they bail up cardboards, recycling company. I was doing runs that supposed to pay so much money, which I didn't know, and I kind of found out I wouldn't get paid nowhere near that. And this is where the opportunities of the company side come into play. I was making what, $13 or $14 an hour, somewhere up in there. I think it was $14 an hour to drive a semi. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. I was getting paid $13 or $14 an hour to drive a semi. And I wasn't even driving a semi all the time. I was mainly in a warehouse on some freaking Bobcat looking thing. Now, when I wasn't on that thing, I was in a straight job, which I hated. I could have made more money as a warehouse worker. But when you don't know better, you can't do better. So anybody out here doing, like I talk to guys, they say, man, I just saved up $10,000 to buy me a truck. I was like, how was you able to save $10,000? I'm curious about that. Let me know. How was you able to do that with trucking? I'm trying to figure out how you would. If you're able to do that with trucking, I would take the $10,000. First of all, here's the nugget, and I'm gonna get off here. This is it, guys. First thing is, I would tell anybody, find out what you wanna do with the money you make, whether it's from trucking or anything, but I'm talking about trucking here. Find out what you want to do with the money you make. The extra, so quote unquote, extra money you think you could be making, which you may make it sometime, but I told you guys, you gonna have a 3-month span of good. 2 or 3 months can wipe out all that plus some. A lot of guys don't see that side of the game. But anyway, find out what you want to make, what you want to do with the money you make before you jump out there, take on more risks, and you don't even know the reward. I just want to make more money. I'll give you another $1, you got more money. What you gonna do with it? It's not enough. And once I give you that dollar, what you gonna do with the dollar to make sure it make more money? That's the purpose of working. This is a eye-opening experience, guys. You gotta be careful out here. In the trucking business, and when you become an owner operator, this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon. But anyway, alright, YouTube. Hope this video is helpful. Give you a little understand what's going on around here. See you guys next video. Peace.